Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, or whenever you're watching me right now. My name is Jay Luke, the owner and operator of the Passionate Network, where we amplify the voices, elevate the culture, and champion the musicians. Man, I'm telling you, again, this is another interview where we have somebody very, very dynamic, and we're going to talk about him real quick. So my guest today is a passionate educator, accomplished band director, and a dynamic leader with nearly 2 decades of experience shaping young musicians and building high-performing programs. A proud graduate of Southern University, he has served as a director in both Texas and Louisiana, including tenures at Willie Ray Smith Middle School, Central High School in Beaumont, as well as in the East Baton Rouge Parish School System at I want to say it right, Pauschel High School?
Scotlandville.
Scotlandville. All right. My bad. And then also right now he has a tenure right here at Carter High School in Dallas, Texas. Now, beyond the podium, he's a mentor, motivational speaker, content creator, and a podcast guest who has been featured on platforms like The Bittersweet, where he shares insight on leadership, purpose, and faith. Whether it's leading a marching band, speaking at a conference, or connecting with students on social media, his influence is undeniable. And if you all didn't know, what you all know, because once this airs, it'll be past, but he is also one of the directors, or over the directors over the Dallas Legion. He brings authenticity, vision, and excellence to everything he does. So, ladies, gentlemen, Passion Crew, everybody, please welcome to the show, Mr. Irone Roussell.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. That's like introducing Jesus, man. I need that. I need that, man. Hey, I gotta have you for whatever I'm getting introduced for. Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Absolutely, man. I mean, I'm one of them kind of people, man. I really believe in highlighting like your accomplishments, because I don't think, and I said this to Mr. Walker, and I'm gonna say this to you too. I don't think that we talk about the accomplishments of directors too much. Like we talk about, or we look at the things that they've done, but they go by so fast.
Yeah.
But when we really, really look at the landscape of what they've done, that's a lot of impact on a lot of kids, man. So
I don't like that Mr. Walker guy. I don't like him very well. That Mr. Walker guy, he's too good.
Oh yeah,
he's too good at what he does, and
well, I'm gonna tell you right now. He said he didn't like you too much either. So.
But when I tell you, jokes aside, that guy's a consummate professional.
Correct.
Always able to call him, should I have any questions. It's been that way for a while.
Yeah.
I think it's important to have your exemplars, have your mentors, be a mentee. Don't be afraid to be a mentee. That was one of those things I always found myself believing in, and it's what has allowed me to grow as much as I have right now.
Yeah, that and he spoke, now to be being very honest, he really did speak highly of you, and he did say that y'all did talk quite often. And so, and one of the things, and kind of getting off subject of where I wanted to go, but I did want to ask you this, like, the Southern family is a really tight-knit family. Yeah. Like, y'all really, really stay close. Y'all communicate with one another. Y'all pour into one another. Like, what is it to like be a part of that kind of system, to really just being able to have people that you can really, that pour into you, that came from the same alma mater as you?
Right. Well, you come in with this one specific principle. Nobody's bigger than the S. Nobody's bigger than the brand of the program. And we all buy into that. And it's all about being able to build the next man up, because we want to make sure that the legacy even goes on beyond ourselves. Even if I'm not able to do it, somebody else is able to do it, and we do expect them to hold that legacy high. So we want to be able to be available for the people that need us, and guide them in the best way possible. Even if we can't do it, I want to let you know that I support you, and I'm going to give you everything that I can possibly give to you for you to be successful.
And see, and I think that's like super dope, right? Because like as an outsider looking in, right? It really shows, like everything that you said really shows itself in the way that I see you all communicate with each other, the way I see you all work with each other. Whenever you all are having something, it's always somebody that's going to be a part of Southern that's going to be a part of it. I look at Will Allen and the things that he's done, like everything that he's done, he's always grabbed some Southern folks in there. So I think that's a beautiful thing that you all keep that community together and continue to build each other up in this thing, in this culture, in this band world. So I think that's awesome. All right, so let me really get to why we're here, because I mean I could talk to you about Carter all day, but that's not why we're here. Why we're here is we talking about the Dallas Legion.
All right.
And so my first question to you, why? Why Dallas? Why? What made you want to go ahead and do it here in Dallas when I know that you were at Scotlandville, you were in Beaumont? Why Dallas?
I've gotten that question a lot. And I found myself being more and more honest about that question because I had to sit with that myself. Why did I even bother to move to Dallas? Why did I even consider this? And I'm going to just be honest. I was ready to get paid more for what I was doing. I'm just going to be honest. And I saw an opportunity to do exactly what I was already doing in another place, but to get paid more, to live a better lifestyle. And that was something that I've always put to the back burner because, passionate people, we do what we love to do regardless of the money.
That's true.
But if now I can have the money too, if I can have the lifestyle too, I'm going to go for it. I believe God only gives you so many opportunities before he's like, hey, I put it there for you. I mean,
either you're going to take it or you're not. What we doing?
So I've turned down coming to Texas many times, all for the sake of me saying this is what I've built here at Scotlandville Magnet High School, the Black Swan Marching Band. This is what I built. This is my baby. I can't just leave it hanging. But COVID was kind of those things where it allowed you to do a reset.
Yeah.
You do a reset and you get to start over, if you will. So me moving to Dallas, being here at Carter High School, I was at SOC for a year as an assistant. It's been amazing, man. And the why of me starting the Dallas Legion, I look around Dallas and I've said to myself, how can we challenge the status quo? How can we help every band? How can we inspire the band culture here in Dallas? I know what I'm able to do. I know how well I teach because I've worked at it. I've had my experiences that have allowed me to grow and to be able to create an impact for multiple students, not even just my students. Every musician, every student is my student. I treat it that way. I take ownership in who they are and what they do and what they learn. So if I can provide that for every student that's willing to come and sit in the same room and learn from myself, other directors, and then take them and send them back to their band programs to be great exemplars for new musicians to come in, then that's the purpose because that helps everybody. Okay. It helps build everybody's band program. It allows every band director to be pleased with, the musicians that they have. The students are willing to take charge. They're willing to grow their program. They're expecting a certain thing from you. And it'll also challenge the directors to be better. It always, you have good musicians. Now, how can you capitalize on that?
So you said a lot of great things, and I want to hit a lot of those points that you said in there.
Gotcha.
The first thing that I want to ask is, as a Texas person, as a person who grew up in Texas, Houston, obviously, but, knowing the culture, were there any challenges that you received when you brought the idea up of the Dallas Legion? Did you run up in any adversity at all?
Yeah. The first year, you expect skepticism.
Yeah.
You expect people to be skeptical. Dallas has had a history of all-star bands that have been really good, and I appreciate what those directors have done for the programs. Something that was expressed to me by the alum is that they wish that it was consistent. They wish that the impact would be evident and in all of the programs around the district. They want to know that this is not just a one-off. They want to know that this is something that we want to continue to do to change the lives of these students, to provide them with opportunity so that they can have it better than what they had it, so that those students can have it better than what those alum had. The first year was rough. It was me and Mr. Bird. We got here, we got the students involved, we got some of the alum involved, and we put on a great show. We established principle, if you will. We established principle the first year, and you would think that with something so good, everybody would be coming out of the woodworks to want to be a part of it.
You would assume that.
Yeah. Dallas has so much potential. Dallas has exactly that potential. But we all know what potential is when it's unused. It's pointless. There's potential everywhere, even in the graveyard. You know, so it's one of those things where you just have to be able to accept the growth being on a slow slope versus the peak, the spike, if you will. If you follow stocks, you understand that there are those stocks that just spike out of nowhere, and just as quick as they go up, they come right back down.
Yeah.
So I'm okay with understanding that year by year, step by step, we'll be able to build it slowly where people can want to invest in it because they see the growth in it.
Okay. Do you feel like you're making that impact? This is year 3 for you all. Do you feel like you all are making that impact on the high schools, the students, and also even the directors?
Yeah.
Like, do you feel like you're making that impact at all?
Well, it started with 2 directors.
Okay.
Started with 2, me and Mr. Stephen Bird. A few of the other directors couldn't do it the first year. They had family issues, whatever it may be. Then the second year, they were able to come around, and then we saw more staff. And then here we are in the third year. We have 5 directors, 5 arrangers on staff. And my biggest thing is empowering these directors, empowering them to do, you know, whatever it is that you want to bring what you want to bring to the table. But I want to also be able to help you grow. I want to also be able to help you see what it is, where the growth is in what it is that you do and how you can maximize on it. For the students that go back to their band programs, they're the best ones in their band programs. They go back and those directors say, man, this kid came back with so much fire. As a band director, we know when band camp starts, we're looking to see what kids have that fire in them and what kids are just so. They just, we got band camp. Ooh.
Yeah.
Like, nah.
Yeah, the dragging, oh, it's hot outside. Oh, why I gotta be here. Yeah.
And the music that we're playing, these kids aren't gonna play music nearly as hard as as what we've played this summer. They're gonna go back to their band programs above par.
Okay.
So if you're going back to your program above par, it's safe to say that we've done a service to these band directors. And I've had band directors say to me, man, I don't know what it is y'all did, man, but these kids came back excited. Man, we love that. We appreciate that. Cool. Send more. We want to help everybody's band program. If this band program has 30 kids and they have 5 kids that are marching for Legion, they're going to go back, build that program, and they're going to bring 5 more kids back with them. We want to help them too. We have a majority high school band, and I don't think people realize that. It started off where the alumni outweighed the high school. And then the high schoolers started to grow. The word got out. They want to start coming and be a part of it.
Yeah, I saw a little short young kid with a little bitty trumpet. Middle school.
No, elementary school, excuse me.
Wow, yeah. I saw when I came to the Meet the Legion, and I was like, I wonder how old he is. So he's in elementary school.
We have a middle school baritone player.
Okay.
We've had 8th graders. There's another young lady, Juliet. She's in elementary school, getting ready to go to middle school. We want to help everybody find that love for music.
Okay.
We want to give them what we have. I want you to know why I love doing what I do so that you can see the love in it too, and you can hopefully use that for your advantage.
So I do have another question along the lines here. So do you feel like, and it's kind of a 2-part question, do you feel like the mass band culture within itself is doing that? And then what sets you all apart from another mass band program?
Well, I can't speak on other mass band programs as it pertains to what their purpose is.
Fair.
I know, like, say, let's take, for instance, in New Orleans. New Orleans is always going to feed into New Orleans. It's a part of the culture.
Absolutely.
It's the culture.
I 100% agree.
We don't have to have a purpose behind it. Our culture is our purpose behind it. It's what we do because it's in our blood. It's in our DNA. This is going to happen regardless of a purpose or not. And just so happen, it sends those kids back. We are living in our purpose, so the benefit is there regardless. It's something that we want to do. Well, for us, again, the purpose is to be able to send these students back to their programs to help build these programs.
Gotcha.
To provide these programs with top quality musicians, passionate musicians, kids that are go-getters, so it can be contagious. We want these kids to be a pleasure to their band directors when it comes to them being musicians, looking at the music and not struggling to decipher what's going on, not feeling confident enough. A lot of students just simply don't feel confident when it's time to sit down and
read. Yeah. Yeah.
But when you look at the music and you say, this is whole note, half note, 2/4 notes, eighth note, oh, I got this.
Mm-hmm.
Leads into UIL, leads into solo and ensemble. We push them on getting their solo and ensemble. We keep in touch with them. Solo and ensemble pieces. Are you guys all auditioning? We expect all Legion students to audition for all city and all region.
So you all are still ingrained within. That's awesome.
They see each other at all city and all region and sit together and talk to each other.
Yeah.
These kids have a connection now to where they know each other and expect certain things of each other. If this kid is first chair and this kid is third chair, they're looking at each other, why I can't sit next to my best friend? I didn't do well enough to be second chair. There's somebody in between us that we don't know. Like they want to get to know each other, to push each other enough to achieve everything. They want that, and we see that from them every day as they get to experience this band culture with each other. They get to love what we do in all facets. In all facets, they're gonna play some scales. They're gonna have a good warm up before they leave here. They're gonna do their lip slurs every day. We don't start without warming up. You know, they're going to do range exercises. They're going to do all of that. They're going to do their Remingtons. They're going to go back to their band programs knowing exactly how it's supposed to go. So when they walk in there and you hear them playing all of the music that they've played here and they're doing their warm-up that they played here, you as a band director will say, wow, I don't have to worry about that kid. I need more like that.
So you talked a lot about your staff. So the first, real quick, all of your staff are working within the district, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. So could you just give me a rundown of your staff, where they're from, what made you actually bring them on, so on and so forth?
Okay. Mr. Bird, Mr. Stephen Bird, he was the band director at Kimball High School. He's a mentee of mine. When I was at Scotlandville, he was still on the yard at Southern, and he would come over. And it's right down the street.
No, it's all good. It's all good.
He would come right down the street and he would study. He would always be inquisitive. He wants to know. He wants to ask questions. He's a true talent. He has perfect pitch. He plays the keys. I'm going to say he has perfect pitch again. He will literally tell you that, hey, Doc, you're not whistling the right note. That note. And it checked me to make sure. I'm like, man, I need to make sure I know what tones I'm saying.
Right.
And that helped me.
Y'all are building on each other.
Right.
Yeah.
And for me to be able to provide him with everything that I've learned and literally hand it over to him and say, this is what you need to do. This is what you need to look out for, so on and so forth. And he already knows I'm one call away. Mr. Terrell Gladney Jr., my associate director here at Carter, came from St. Louis. I called him. I was like, hey, man, you thinking about moving down to Dallas and working with me? I said, I don't know, man. Next thing you know, in October, he's down here. And he left his family behind and he brought them down in the summertime. And he's also one of those people that are just inquisitive. He wants to know. He's going to ask the questions, but he's humble. He's truly humble in everything. He takes all of the criticism and he's strong enough in himself to know that this same criticism that you're getting is for your growth. And you can pick and choose what you want to use, but he's willing to learn in every way, shape, and form. I love that. And at the same time, I'm learning so much from him because he's a tech guy when it comes to getting your classroom set up to use technology, to systems. He'll hand this thing, boom cards. He'll hand this stuff to the kids. They all have these QR codes, these slips of paper. And I'm like, what is he handing them? And they all have to go scan it with their phone. And they have assignments already laid out. And they have to have these assignments completed by a certain time. It's music theory stuff. We're getting these kids caught up really, really quick. And he has these systems.
That's awesome.
Love that. Mr. Goldman, Mr. Major Goldman, one of your former students.
One of my kids.
Man, a talent.
Always been.
True talent.
Always been.
And seeing him and working with him these past 2 years, having him come in and do his thing and bring and lend his ear and bring his philosophies. It's important to see that for myself because it allows me to continue to grow. It allows me to say, okay, how can I do something like that? I like when young arrangers come in and they push the envelope.
Yeah. That has always been him.
I love that.
Always been him.
And I'm listening to him and I look at Major and I say, I don't like you. I don't like that you do that because now my competitive side starts to come out and I know what I can do. But when he comes in and one-ups me and I'm like, Yeah, I need to go back to the drawing board. And that accountability, man, I have so much respect for that, especially as a young guy with so much passion, so much talent. You know, I just want to make sure I can provide tutelage. I can provide the knowledge that'll allow him to not have to hit some of the hurdles that have to jump over some of the hurdles that I've gone. You know, he won't have to hit the bumps that I've hit. You know, Mr. Morin, Carlton Morin, he's the band director at Samuel High School, and he's Grambling.
Yeah.
So you have...
It's very odd to have that right in the same room. Yeah.
It's Grambling night. So you have Grambling, 1, 2, 3 Southern, 1 Lincoln University. Terrell Gladney is Lincoln University.
Okay.
And Mr. Morin, he's always a guy that's willing to learn, man. He calls it, he's a great spirit. He's a great spirit. And watching him grow as a band director, like even just having our conversations, you know, the work that he's willing to put in. I love the way that he gets on the podium and he addresses the band. Good morning, band. Good evening, band. How y'all doing? All right. He's checking in with you. That I see that part, and I take that part and I say, man, I need to be more like that. I need to make sure that I'm pleasing enough for people to want to learn from me. You know, I need to be more palatable. You know, and I think that he does a great job of being palatable for the students, you know, for the people that have to learn this music. They're willing and receptive to everything that he has to say.
So it sounds to me like you've not only built a great staff around you, but everybody's pouring into each other in some type of way.
Yes.
That, in my opinion, and I tell my team this at my job all the time, that, in my opinion, is true leadership, right? Because you get people around you and you want to be able to continue to not only pour into them, but you're still learning something from them as well, right? Yeah. Like, you know, it's okay. And I say this all the time. It's okay as a leader to admit that there's something you don't know.
Yes.
Because when you have somebody around you that has it, you can get that knowledge from them. And that's exactly what it sounds like. It sounds like everybody's pouring into each other in some type of way. Right. Was that intentional, or is it just
very intentional?
Okay.
It's intentional in the vision and framework for this program. Good. This program isn't just for the students. It's not just for the alum. It's for the band directors as well. You have a lot of great guys with a lot of talent that may not have the best situation with their band programs. So what happens then? You have a lot of talent that goes under the radar. So here it is. This allows these gentlemen a platform, anybody that's working with us, a platform to show what they really can do. Yeah. Because a lot of people will look and say, oh, this person is not that good. Look at their band. Yep. You don't know what that band has.
What their struggles are. Yeah. They only got 30 kids in the band, but that probably may not be their fault. And that band director may have a wealth of knowledge and talent. Exactly. But yeah, no, I get it.
It's the roots. I'm planting my roots on soil that doesn't necessarily give me what I need, only because this is the only place I have to go right now. Yeah. But if you take and you uproot that plant and you put it on soil that allows it to grow and it allows it to flourish, then you look and say, I never realized that flower can do that. Yeah. I never knew it had 3 extra layers of petals that would bloom this way. I never knew. But of course, you know, that's a reality of our job.
Unfortunately. Definitely the reality of the job. Yeah. So you're in year 3 of the Dallas Legion, and we talked about the adversity that you kind of faced at the beginning. Have you seen a lot more buy-in by year 3?
Definitely. Good. I have people that I can look forward to seeing. When I know, I say it's time. I put it out there. It's time. Let's go. Hey, let's go. It's up. We ready. People that I can look forward to seeing. That's comforting. To know that when I walk into this room, getting ready to get started, I know that my exemplars are in place. The people that I know that are going to run the sectionals are going to be in place. They're here. They're sacrificing their time willingly without me having to drag them. I don't have to beg them. I don't even have to call their phones personally. They're going to show up.
They're hungry. They want to be here.
They want to be here. And it's been a thing for me to continuously provide a good experience. That's what people really want. They want a good experience. You can do all the band in the world. You can play all the greatest songs. But if it does not feel good, people are not inclined to come back. You want to empower people to be a part of this program. Empowerment is the greatest word when it comes to you running and being a leader. Running a ship, running anything, running any business, you want to empower people. I empower the students. I empower the alum. I empower the directors. I trust you all to do your job. And I'm going to continuously do my job to make sure that you're doing your job. And we're going to all go in the right direction, continue to make progress. We're going to get to that point that y'all looking for. Don't rush the process. Trust the process.
You already know it. I got to bring this up. I've known you since you first started.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I tell you all the time, whenever I talk to you, I've been tracking you since I watched you at Smith, since you were hungry at Central.
Yeah, man.
I watched you at Scotlandville. Yeah. I'm looking at you now, and I have to ask this question. And I say it, and I'm going to be honest, former band director to current band director. When you're in these spaces, are there any moments where you have anxieties, when you have doubts, when you have nervousness, when you have fear, when you have that idea that I don't know if this is going to work?
I've had several moments saying in year one of this, saying I don't know if this was going to work. But you know who don't get to see that?
The kids. Yeah.
They don't get to see that. I was nervous about how we're going to get I had never raised that much money or gotten that much money to get buses to travel 7 hours. I'd never done that. Never done that before. And here it is in year 3. Bus is paid. Church paid for. Everything is good. The business side of it. We could talk about the band side, the music side all day. I know that's going to happen. I can get and work a band. It don't take me long. It's not a problem. It's that business side of it.
Yeah.
Because that's where everybody's not as inclined.
Absolutely.
The students, the parents, they got to have buy-in to want to pay what they need to pay. For us to get the sponsors and to get people to donate and all of those things. I was like, man, I'm going to share this with you. I came up off of $5,000 of my own money that first year because I wanted this to run. I wanted this to be successful. We were $5,000 short. I went to Navy Federal. I went and got my credit card. They approved me for 10 grand. I put $5,000 down. $5,000 down to make sure that we got everything we needed because I couldn't sell this dream of being successful day in and them coming to every practice and let them know that we fell short getting the money that we need. I'm willing to make that sacrifice for us to get to this point. And those are the things people don't see.
Facts.
Those are the things people don't know. When I say I truly love what I do, I'm willing to make certain sacrifices. Money, I can get that back. What time is it right now? Anybody can tell me what time is it right now? It's 11:14. What's today's date?
The 27, June 27. H-time, baby.
I will never get another 11:13 a.m. June 27th ever again. I will never get that again. But I can make that money back. That's not a problem. But these moments that we create for everybody that's here, they're going to always remember this. They're going to always remember this. I know that, and I have a saying I've said my whole life. My legacy lives not in me, but the lives that I impact.
Absolutely.
The lives that I impact. My funeral going to be packed.
Absolutely.
When I go, it's going to be standing room only. Matter of fact, they're going to want to sell tickets. You know, it's just going to it's going to be that way, you know. That's what you want. You want to know that you left that mark.
But I've had that conversation recently. You know, I always talk about, man, the legacy that we leave is the impact or the imprint that we leave on the kids and the students that we talk to, that we impact, that we pour into, the people that we pour into. Yeah. You know, I think sometimes we miss that a lot of times because we're always worrying about self. Right. Self. But when you sit back and you look and you really, really process the things that you've been through, you yourself, just me watching you, you've touched a lot of students.
Thank you, man.
You've poured into a lot of students, man. And so, you know, I absolutely agree with you that legacy is what you're leaving in this room, what you're leaving with the Carter kids, with the Legion kids, with the Scotlandville kids, and any kids after this. Yeah. That's where your legacy lies.
Yes, sir.
And we always want to make sure that we are pouring into these people, very similar to what you said, because they'll remember those things.
Right.
You know, they may not remember that time you yelled at them because you missed a B flat.
Right.
But they'll remember the sacrifices that you made.
Yes, sir.
So I think that's awesome. All right, this is another question I had to ask. I'm a member of the Spartan Legion.
Oh, man.
We hold our name.
Here we go.
Very, very hard.
Here we go.
What was your rationale for the word or the name Legion?
I'm a huge fan of Norfolk State.
Okay. Yeah, and I've heard you say that before.
As a trumpet
I've heard you tell me and Rick that before.
I told you guys that.
Mm-hmm.
As a trumpet player, watching marching sport days, logging into marchingsport.com,
old school days, yeah,
and hearing Norfolk State, and I'm hearing this trumpet sound. It made me want to play trumpet. Made me want to play trumpet all the time. You know, and it made me better. It made me say, I gotta get like that. Now, I've never said I want to go to Virginia.
That's fair. That's fair.
And I've never wanted to move that far away, but I've always been a fan. Well, the thing about the Legion, you know, you think about Sparta.
Mm-hmm.
You think about strength. You think about togetherness. You think about, you know, empowering everybody to be able to stand on their own 10 toes and be able to contribute.
Correct.
We want that sense and that spirit of togetherness. We fight together. We work together. We're moving forward together. This is what we do. This is how we move forward. We do it together as a community. So, you know, it's bigger than just, you know, the name. It's symbolism in it.
Yeah.
You know, and we want everybody to know that you're not by yourself. You're not by yourself. We're doing this as a collective, as a group, as a family. And if you can get that family dynamic there, sky's the limit and beyond.
That was a good answer coming from somebody who was in the Legion talking to, you know, you. So
Yeah,
I'll accept that answer. That was a really good answer.
Yes, sir.
We cool. Hey, Norfolk folks, let them keep it. We good. We good.
Man, I appreciate y'all, man. Thank you, man. Thank you.
All right. So you've been doing this for 3 years. How long do you plan on doing this? Do you ever plan on letting it go? Do you plan on ever handing over the reins at some point?
Well, the goal is for you to build something that's sustainable that you can pass on to the next capable person. Right now, I'm good.
Yeah, you still got some young bones in you.
But man, I've been walking slower.
Hey,
I just posted on Facebook the other day. I found 3 long gray
hairs,
in my mustache. I was like, yo, like,
age,
what's going on?
Age is a real thing. I think when you met me, I think I was bald. Either I was bald or I had a low cut. It was one of them.
A low cut.
Yeah.
And I just right now, it's not even in the question.
That's fair.
Me, you know, stopping this because I see the impact, and that's again my purpose was, you know, me changing the status quo here in Dallas, helping these band directors, helping these programs, giving these band directors, giving these students something to believe in when it comes to band. Like, band is not just this passive thing that we do. It's not a club. It's not just something to do. If you know that here I am, I'm a father, I'm a parent, and I have a child that plays basketball, and there's an AAU team going on in the summer, and they're good. And I know that AAU team can benefit my child. Why am I not putting them on that team? Why am I not sending my child to be a part of that? That doesn't make sense. So here we are with band. We have to show these students, we have to show the community why this is important. If you don't, nobody will want to do band. Crazy enough, there was a middle school kid that stopped by practice yesterday. I had never seen him before. No, he's in elementary. He's in elementary school. He had his drum pad, he had his sticks, and he was with his aunt. They pulled up yesterday. I had never seen him before. And they saw us practicing outside, and that kid had the brightest smile on his face. He wanted to go and sit by the drummers. He wanted to see that. You mean to tell me with what we're doing, we can impact on that level? We can create an impact and an emphasis for music on that level to where those students can find passion that early? He had his sticks taped up, ready to go. He got his drum pad. He's ready to go. I said, man, you can join this band next summer. His face lit up. He's excited. He's going to tell his friends. His friends are going to be like, what is that? We want to make sure that we, you know, move the culture. Yeah. We want to move the culture and allow for more people to experience what it is that we experience. You know, they say we weird because we band folk. No, we're not. You're just not willing to come in and live in this world.
It's misunderstood.
It's very much misunderstood.
You know, it's really interesting just to be able to hear what you're saying because, you know, talking to some of my team, some of them or a lot of them have never been in band.
Yeah.
So for them, band is like, that's the band kid. He's just the, you know, the band nerd or whatever. And I keep trying to preach to them like band is it's a different animal, man. It's a different beast. Yeah. You got to be in it though. You got to see it. And I think one of the things that I've realized specifically in our communities, they don't see it enough.
They don't
see it enough. And so when you're talking about these kids in these different groups or these different schools, a lot of them still see band as lame because they don't see the impact. They don't see how exciting it can be. They don't see the trips you can have. Yeah. Like they don't see us within band.
Yeah.
They just still look at band as the nerdy thing.
See, something that I've done with recruitment, I have to show you what the end result is. I have to show you what the destination is. Because if you sell the trip, if you sell the process to get into the destination, most people aren't willing to
work for it.
You know, you can show them, like somebody that wants to lose weight. I can show you this is what you'll look like, but that doesn't necessarily mean you want to do everything that leads up to that point. I can show you we're going to Hawaii. I can show you the postcards and what it looks like on the resort, but that flight, paying for the flight, doing all of those things to get to that point, getting up early to go to. It's not as appeasing. It's not palatable for those people. They can't fathom that. I went to Thailand. Thailand is beautiful. Love it. But that 14-hour flight to Istanbul, to Turkey, and then the layover, and then another 10-hour flight to get to, it's safe to say that I'm not willing to do that. But I want to go overseas. You have to be able to sell the destination well enough where people are willing to deal with the rigor that comes with it. That's why we have kids that join band and quit band, because a lot of guys are selling the rigor that comes with it versus the end result, the destination. You got to show them what they're becoming. Yeah. And a lot of people don't see what they can become through music. They'd say, I can become rich if I play football. I can become rich if I get drafted to the NBA. So here it is. Every parent they're seeing dollar signs.
Dollar signs. Yep.
Well, through music, ladies and gentlemen, if we don't know who Samuel L. Jackson is, we don't know who Nick Fury is. He played French horn. Yep. He's a musician. A lot of your famous people are musicians. They're actors, lawyers, doctors, engineers. They're famous. They've played these instruments.
I used to bring them to my students all the time, especially my basketball. Y'all know who Vince Carter is, right? Yeah.
Play tuba.
He was a musician. A lot of people don't know that. You're right. It's funny. I talk to Quan all the time, and Quan's another New Orleans guy. Man, y'all know how to sell stuff. I don't know what it is. Y'all got the gift of gab. Y'all know how to sell. And his response to me is always the same. He's like, man, you just don't understand. Growing up there in that life, you have to understand how to maneuver.
You have to.
That's a culture I just don't know about as a Houstonian. But listening to you all always talk, y'all are great at it.
As kids, going to school looked like this for us. Either you were walking to your elementary school, you were literally walking with your crew, with your friends to elementary school. When I was going to Medard H. Nelson, every day, walking to elementary school, walking home from elementary school. Middle school, walking to Edward H. Phillips, walking back. John McDonough Senior High School, that's in the 6th Ward. I got to catch the bus. I got to have the actual city bus, not the school bus, not the yellow bus. Ain't no bus stopping in front of your house to come pick you up. You had to traverse through the city on your own. You had to find a way to get it on your own. Here it is, you don't have a bus ticket today. What you going to do? You going to walk home? Or you going to actually speak up for yourself? You're going to find a way to get what you need to get. Those little small principles, those little small things that we got growing up as kids, they made us into the people that we need to be. We hustlers.
Yeah.
We got
by far.
We got to go and get it, man. Like, I can't make an excuse about why I don't. I can't. I just don't find it in me. My mother, I found out in college that my mother was making $4.25 an hour. Let me rewind beyond that. Before that point, there was a Christmas. My mother bought me 2 Game Boys by mistake, knowing that she made $4.25 an hour, and she bought me 2 Game Boys by mistake. What excuse do I have? What excuse?
The sacrifices that she made for you, you gotta do something.
You gotta do something. You gotta hustle. You gotta go get it. You gotta sell it. You gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah, it's really interesting, man, just to be able to hear the stories, not just from you all as New Orleans. I have a cousin who's from Baton Rouge, and his conversation is really very similar.
Yeah.
So I really find that very inspiring from y'all. And honestly, as a band director, what I would definitely say is, if you know somebody from New Orleans, go holler at them and figure out whatever it is that they do to get these kids, because gift the gab, they know how to sell.
Yeah.
I won't sit up here and play no games, because I look at all these Louisiana band directors, people who've come from Southern. Like, I don't see too many Louisiana band directors who have not figured it out as far as how to get kids in, how to get buy-in.
Right.
Y'all really good at it. And I don't know, is that a class that y'all teach at Southern, or is that just part of the...
We're not dependent upon the system.
Ah, okay.
Where most people come up, like I said, the idea of a feeder school. That would mean I'm dependent upon the system to be successful. So when the system breaks, then what? Am I not supposed to be successful now? Am I supposed to have an excuse? I can't be dependent upon the system.
Yeah.
I have to know how to go and get it on my own. I know how to make it happen. I know how. You got to be a people person.
Yeah.
How you going to be a band director and you're not a people person?
I don't like people. I just like to stay in my room and do. Yeah.
You know, I did some a recent PD for DISD, and it was about fast tracking, success for band.
That's the one you posted up on Facebook.
That's the one I posted. Yeah, it's about fast tracking success for band. It had little to do with playing the instrument.
Yeah.
It was more so about you being able to identify who you are, who they are, how can you make the connection, because they will run through walls for you if you make the connection. Most people think it's about the music.
Yeah.
You're going to do the music anyway. Here, I can give you that. That's 10% of it. But is that kid going to show up every day? Do you have the relationship with them? Can you build the relationship with them? Can you make them feel excited about what it is that you're trying to sell them? You make that connection, the sky's the limit.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You're not lying. All right. I asked this at the end of every interview that I've done, and I'm going to continue to ask this. What legacy do you want to leave when it's all said and done? And I'm not just talking about the Legion. I'm not just talking about Carter. I'm saying when you're an old gray man and you just like, look, I think it's time for me to put it up. What legacy do you want to leave?
I want people to say, I want people to believe, and I want people to know that there's somebody in this world that was always in my corner. Good, bad, indifferent, whatever it may be. Somebody was always in my corner. They were always willing to help me with my ideas. They was always willing to help me with my emotions, whatever it may be. If I wasn't a band director, I'd have been a therapist. I'm willing to talk to people. I'm willing to help people figure their things out, go through whatever it is you need to go through to make you be the best person you need to be. To know that I was always in your corner. I'm always here for you. No matter what you're doing, no matter what you got going on, I'm here to also provide you correction in the best way that I know how. Just for people to know I was always there. I was available. I was available for you to be the best person that you need to be, any way that I can help you. If you feel like you're ever by yourself, you can't say that. You can't truly believe that, because you know there's somebody you could call.
Hey, it's the best way to wrap it up, man. Listen, I want you guys to continue to, well, first of all, go out in the comment section, man. Tell me what you guys think about this. I want you all to just give me your thoughts as much as you can possibly can. Give a like for everything that he said, because I'll tell you right now, he ain't said nothing, in my opinion, I thought was bad. But also, man, check out the Dallas Legion, Irone Roussell, and the rest of his staff, because he has an amazing staff that is going. I watched them in person. I can tell you, I was pleasantly surprised by what I heard. They about to go down and go handle some business somewhere. By the time this airs, it would have already passed anyway. But it is what it is, man. But y'all check them out. Also, check out Carter High School, because I can tell you, I watched him come in and grow this program, and they're doing a phenomenal job. UIL ones, right?
Yes, sir.
Look at him. Look at him. So he's doing great things. So outside of that, man, we love y'all. We appreciate y'all. Again, give a like, share, comment, subscribe, do all of those things, and we will see you all next time. Peace.
Man, thank you.
It is.